Mr. Nnah joins us here. He's our analyst for today. It's good to see you. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the front pages here.
Thank you for joining us, Prof.
Good morning.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, thank God it's Friday. I don't know what you make. Before I go into the papers, Mr. Nnah, please. There's a video of Mr. Peter Obi circulating online where he's sharing food. I know you're very, very concise and clear when it comes to the use of social media. I do get some of your broadcasts. I don't know if you've seen that video. Let's show the video to you. There it is on the screen, where the...
There's 2 portions of jollof rice.
Yes.
3 portions of porridge there.
And that's pure. And last time we checked, he didn't have a catering service. What's your take on this? Do you think this is taking it too far?
In the name of humility.
I don't think so. He's a humble fellow, and he has demonstrated that over time. It's not a one-off thing. If it's one-off, then you'll be saying, maybe this guy is pretending. You'll discover that anytime they have a salah, he goes to the low of the lowest.
We understand that. This is a first.
I don't know the program, whether
it's an event.
It's an event. And who's anchoring the event? Maybe he's the person anchoring the event, sponsoring the event. So, if it's the person sponsoring the event, there's nothing wrong in what he's doing. But if it's not the person sponsoring the event, well, I don't know.
But will you serve portions of rice, porridge, plantain?
It depends on what I want to achieve.
Exactly. What do you think he wants to achieve?
What's he achieving?
Because if President Bola Tinubu saw him in a party tomorrow serving rice, the same will drag him on the same energy.
I remember when the governor Sanwo-Olu was plaiting hair too.
Yeah, I think he wants to show how down to earth he is. Well, if he's taking this too far, that's what I don't know. But he's trying to prove that he's down to earth.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
All right, let's go down to papers, since we are still here. The Nigerian Tribune is our first paper this morning. How Adoke others stopped Jonathan from removing me as governor, Shettima says. Ex-AGF was hunted globally over $1.3 billion OPL 245 saga. Jonathan, I have forgiven everyone behind my ordeal, Adoke says. Akpabio removes Natasha as diaspora committee chair, appoints Akwa Ibom senator in her place. That was very shady. They put that person's tribe intentionally to draw parallels. And NNPCL must account for 210 trillion naira sentences. Flood may unleash toxic chemicals, poses risk to elderly. Ecosystem, United Nations warns. Supreme Court affirms Okpebholo as Edo State governor. Arawa Economic Forum warns against CBN's new BDC recapitalization. Nigeria won't bow to U.S. pressure to accept Venezuelan deportees, according to TG. FG, rather, federal government. Okay, let's start with Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan being removed as chairman of the diaspora committee. How does that come across to you?
No, there's no shock. I know it's going to happen. It would have been a no-brainer for anybody to believe that she will still retain that position, going by the things that's been happening with her since that debacle at the Senate. So it didn't come to me as a surprise. I expected it to happen. But then we need to be very careful. I said it in one of the television stations this morning, that when you underestimate the power of a woman, at times you get your fingers burnt because they are pushing it too far. They have attacked his house more than 3 times now, and nobody seemed to be doing anything. They said one person was picked up this few days ago, and the others are on their own. And let them come and confess the people that are sending them, because I know they are being sent.
No. Okay, let's move on from there to the winning of Governor Okpebholo, the celebration. Are you celebrating with them?
Listen, that's the least thing that anybody will think of, because from day one, I didn't even know why PDP would go to court. Because
it's not like a waste of time.
Yes, now waste of time and resources and the energy, because nothing is going to come out of it. Why? Even Wike said yesterday that they knew who won the election. So if Wike can say that, with his one leg in PDP, one leg in APC. He's a member of PDAPC. So if he can say that, then your guess is as good as mine. The courts have not been helping matters. We need to say it succinctly. They have not been helping matters. So please, they should help us do the right thing.
But if the party does not present a convincing case and does not prove beyond reasonable doubt,
exactly, because that's what they are saying.
there's only little the court can do.
Before you respond to that, let's take a call. Chidi is calling from Lagos. Good morning, Chidi.
Yeah, good morning, Olive and Benga and the guests in the studio. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, we can hear you. If you can speak up, we'll appreciate that.
So we can pick it up.
Okay, I want to react to the first issue you raised there. Peter Obi, I know very well. Yeah, you can hear me very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know very well. I've been living with him. We all grew up in the state of Onitsha. And Peter Obi is not pretending for anything. That is his background.
That's what I said.
I know his parents. I know his siblings. I grew up with him, so I can tell you about him. He's not pretending. He is just a home-trained boy. A man that is well, properly trained, looking at religion and other side too. That's number one. Number two, Natasha Akpotudega, I know that thing will play out. You two should know. She fought the Senate president, and you expect him to keep her. It's natural. I expect that to happen, and it has happened. Thirdly, I think the issue of vice president and the book launch, and even the one that has passed, Garba Shehu book launch, these two events that is coming up, or that has come up, why is the vice president telling us what happened about removing the state governor? What did he say when his principal declared state of emergency in Rivers State? What did he say? So he wants us to clap for him, applaud him. No, they are in the same camp. What I am seeing playing out is that this government, these people, these politicians, they want to distract Nigerians from the main substance, from the main issue. That's what they're trying to do. They want us to be talking about book launch, while they do what they are doing. Now, Nigerians have gone past that. We are not interested in what happened about book launch, whether you told the president, told the president you don't have right, or come to world. No, we have passed that. So let them not distract Nigerians. Nigerians are waiting for them in 2027. On the issue of October law, winning the election, I blame INEC is the problem of all these things. INEC is the major cause of everything that happened in the Edo State. A state where they had election, the senatorial zone, the local government where the seat of power, INEC office, was the one that brought his report last. I'm supposed to bring his own first because INEC office was in that zone. You see, a lot of things transpired in Edo State. We know.
All right.
We know who won the election, but on the last day, on the day of reckoning, everything will come out.
Who won the election? You said you know who won the election.
Yeah, hello?
On the spot.
Oh, the networks.
Because of our time.
Let me react to the last thing he said. You see, you don't mention Satan when you're talking of sinners. That's why I didn't mention INEC, because INEC case has gone beyond redemption. And I mentioned the courts because the current Chief Justice of the Federation now came with a baggage. And when she came on board, she said she's going to sensitize the judiciary. That's why I mentioned them. Otherwise, they would have been the same place where INEC is.
Okay.
Let's see other papers as well and see what they're saying. Well, still on, anyway, the Punch has a very strong front page as well. But look at it, autonomy standoff. Governors get 4.5 trillion naira local government funds 1 year after Supreme Court ruling. Local governments yet to open CBN accounts. Labour blames governors, AGF for delay. Falana Sands accuse governors and federal government. There's so much to look into on the front page of the Punch newspaper. But let's look at this. Let's look at this 4.5 trillion naira that at the local government funds.
The fund is not going to local government for now because they don't have accounts. It's still going to the state governors. And my worry here is that there was an executive bill
That's exactly
that local government funds should go to local government. It didn't stop at that. The governors went to court, and the Supreme Court still declared that those funds should go direct to local government.
Exactly.
So I still hold the...
So who's flouting the...
I hold the federal government responsible. Why do I do that? Now, during the time of Obasanjo, you recall that the current president established new local governments. And Obasanjo said, this is unconstitutional. Remove those local governments. He said no. Obasanjo now withdrew the funds for local government. Yes, the court said, the Supreme Court said, he doesn't have right to do that. But when you don't have a law without punishment, you know, people are bound to flout the laws. The problem we have in Nigeria is that we have so many laws, but we don't have penalties. And when people flout those laws, there are no punishments. So people are willing to do whatever they like. Look at EFCC telling us in one of the papers this morning how much money have been, or how much money that the National Assembly has been getting from whatever Ponzi schemes and what have you. Are they telling us to go and arrest them? What's the duty of EFCC? Is it to announce that something has happened or to arrest the people that did it?
It's even in front of the Punch there. It says corrupt politicians using crypto wallets to launder money.
Yes. So why are they telling us?
So who are the corrupt politicians?
Do they have immunities? Those people in National Assembly have immunities?
Every day.
They do this every now
all the time.
Every
and I don't know who is impressed
it's
about
like it's like an advertisement.
Maybe they're telling you to go and arrest them while they stay in air-conditioned office and salaries for doing nothing.
Now let's go back to the front page of the Punch newspaper. There's an interesting story there on the front page that says NNPC refineries may never work again, says Dangote. He has the largest single train refinery in the world. And then we've seen what has been happening with our refineries. We saw the magical launch that maybe came out with, they refined maybe a little bit of petroleum jelly, but it even stopped working. We've spent billions on turnaround maintenance, but the refineries remain comatose and they still draw allocation every month. They have staff, they have a budget, and we've been bleeding dollars. So what do you make of the statement coming from Mr. Dangote?
I've said it before.
Is it in his interest that these refineries would not work?
Yeah,
why is it that they are not working? It seems like a curse.
It's not a curse. Look at the amount of money that is missing in NNPCL, and nobody
refused to
doing
show up.
Anything. Nobody's arresting anybody.
Invited a few people.
Even the National Assembly, but they refused to show up.
This is not the first time people are being arrested. At the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. See, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again and again, that the monies we are wasting in NNPCL is going down the drain. The best bet for government is to sell out those companies. Let me tell you, you see, we said it before, and some people who don't have the facts began to say we are always criticizing anything government. See, the time they launched that NNPCL, the Port Harcourt refinery, we were told, in good authority too, that the refinery was not refining anything. That the petrol PMS that they had that time was the little result they had in the old refinery. They just transported it to the new one and dispensed. And
Sir, but this is the National 419.
Hold on. They said that let's watch and see. And immediately after that fuel finished, the thing ended. The truth remains that NNPC is still importing PMS from a plant in Malta. And they know who owns those plants in Malta. And that is why they have refused to sell crude to Dangote. And at the end of the day, when the brouhaha came and Dangote wanted to spill the beans, they now started selling part of the fuel to Dangote. The reason is that if they sell the whole crude to Dangote in Naira, the price of fuel will not be more than 600 Naira. And when they bring in their own from Malta, it will cost more.
They will be forced to bring it down.
It will cost more, and they will not make profit. So it's something we know. Some of us know the games they are playing. They are using us to play ping pong. That's the truth. So we need government to please sell off those refineries. The money is expended, both in Naira, dollars and pounds sterling, on those refineries would have given us 2 brand new refineries of modern tech.
But the Dangote refinery now has the capacity to take care of our needs, petroleum needs.
I have challenge with Dangote because he's a monopolist. And you don't blame him, he's a businessman. Watch all trades that he has gone into. He will monopolize, eventually he will come subtle. And they'll think, this guy has come with a lower price. Before you know it, when he has gotten grounds, he will use price to knock off every other person.
But other players are allowed to play, like the BUA refinery is coming on.
That's what I say. He will use price. See, that's what we call price war in economics. He will use price to send them out of business. He has one of the biggest refineries you can think of around. So he has the capacity. And don't forget, that's what we call economy of large size in economics.
But if prices come down, it's beneficial for the citizens. We're better for it. I'm happy to buy petrol at...
Okay, let me tell you the game he's playing.
Price.
He will first of all bring down the price to knock off competitors. And once the competitors are gone, he will jack up his price. That has been his practice. Follow him. I've been following him fender to bumper. That's his modus operandi. He will use price to knock off opposition or competitors rather. And then, once competitors are gone, he will jack up his price.
All right, we have a caller
his businesses.
I think we have a caller from Edo State. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Obefu Osadolo. I'm calling from Benin.
Okay, Obefu, I'm sure you're part of those celebrating the sweet news.
Yeah, you see, I just want to contribute in, first and foremost, please. You see, you are in a call-up program sometime like this. When somebody calls in, please, you people should try to hear from people outside calling in. Easy you put on hold. It's somehow now. So please, I want to contribute in regard of the election in Benin and what transpired. You see, the truth is that the governor, which happened to be the past governor now, have a very big issue in Benin to settle. You don't imagine a man who fights the Oba of Benin. You cannot imagine a man who fights the political party. And I hear when people are saying, I know this, I know that. Yes, I know these people have their own issue. But you see, this one is a clear issue. You don't just talk about this election at all, because the man that destroyed it is not going to Benin. So please, this election was won because of the weakness of the past governor. He has so many enemies everywhere in this state. So please, this election was won, and this one is a warning to every other governor in any state. You should learn to manage your people. Learn to manage the leader you make. Learn to manage those ones that are ahead of you or you are ahead of. So this is what just transpire in Benin. Not that maybe there's anything like INEC did this one. You cannot even bring the proof. We followed everything. You cannot bring proof. And you are telling me INEC did this. No, please, sir. Don't bring INEC into this. Don't bring the judiciary into this. The fault is just on the governor that left, and he knows it. And even we all know it here. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and I thank you for your program.
Thank you for calling in. I was struggling a lot to hear him.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him well at all.
But I just don't want to interrupt. But I think what he was trying to drive at is that It's not about INEC.
election. Yeah.
Was it about INEC?
Yeah,
and
that
the
we should
former
stop blaming them.
But we knew what INEC did before the election, before even that election. Some of the manipulations that was coming from INEC. So let's forget that. It's like I said before, it's a no-brainer that what happened in Edo happened. All of us know where it was coming from. So it's one of those things.
Okay, let's still look at that front page of the last paper we're looking at, Punch. And it says, Nigerians won't bow to U.S. pressure to accept Venezuelan deportees. And this was said by Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister, Yusuf Tuga, where he said that we won't cave into pressure from the Donald Trump administration to accept Venezuelan deportees. He had gone on an interview and said that Nigeria has challenges on its own, a lot of challenges, and therefore it will not be a dumping ground for Venezuelan prisoners deported from the U.S. amid Trump's crackdown on undocumented migrants. He also said that this whole drama with the U.S., he doesn't think is connected to BRICS, according to the report. And I mean, tariff hike threats might have nothing to do with Nigeria's participation in the BRICS summit. But what would they think of if they're trying to deport their Venezuelan citizens? They're bringing them to here. What concerns us with their wala?
I don't understand Trump. But for the minister to say it's not connected with Brexit, I think he's being economical with the truth. Because some of the things that are happening now is connected with Brexit. Trump said it, the BRICS, sorry. Trump said it before that BRICS, that any country that attains that meeting, well, their tariffs will be increased. And he has done that succinctly, immediately.
But is that diplomacy or bullying?
Yeah. Well, that's bullying. I said it before that election. I said it on several television stations that Trump is a racist, but people didn't buy it. Even there was a lady from the U.S. in one of the programs, and she was saying, no, Trump is one of the best things that will happen to America. Today, they have seen how best he is. Again, you see, the issue of, I think it's in that paper too, the issue of 3 months, one entry visa is equally related to that. Nigeria is, the minister is denying that it's not reciprocity, but I Googled it yesterday. I don't know what Google is lying. And Google said that Nigeria said that Americans coming to Nigeria will only have work entry of 3 months. So that is why America is responding.
Yep.
But they're denying it here. I don't know why they're denying it. I don't know whether they're the people telling lies or Google is telling lies. So at the end of the day, if they have done that to America, they have reciprocated. So because I know that there was a time this government was talking of stopping people from jackpying, and I think they must have done that policy then, not knowing the implication. Now that the push has come to shove, they are trying to micromanage the truth.
Well, I mean, countries have agency. They're independent countries to choose whoever they want to do business with. We live in a multipolar world. You could decide to go with the West or do business with China.
Exactly.
Or for non-aligned countries, do business with everyone. You just don't take a position. So why is Trump trying to, you know, insist and bully? The other day, 5 African heads of states were in the Oval Office, and
I was talking down on them.
he was talking there. He said, "Please, can you hurry up?" And because we don't have time. Yeah. And he was commending the Liberian president. Some people said it was compliments. Oh, you speak such beautiful English. Where did you get educated from?
I can imagine. Let's also take a look at another paper very quickly, please. Let's look at the Daily Times.
Yeah.
Daily Times. Let's look at Daily Times. There's a story there that I want us to look at very quickly. Killing of 2-year-old. Senate urges Tinubu to pay 200 million compensation. I don't know if you heard of that story. It was said at the EFC. Was it the EFCC, if I get that right? NDLEA, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. NDLEA. Yes, they killed the 2-year-old, and then the other one was injured in the eye. Yeah. A bullet hit the other one in the eye.
We have the story here.
Yes, we had it this morning as well.
The story was on, but at the point it died down. So.
Yeah. But how can we stop the occurrence of issues or stories like this? That's one. And secondly, why is it that at the end of the day, there's no law that can hold these agencies to ensure that whatever damage has been caused to anyone, they have to bear the burden. Because when we saw the video, we did see a member of the Senate asking that the money should be given to this family, calling on Mr. President. Is it Mr. President that would give that money?
Well, I don't know how you look at it, because if the agency that is giving the money is still come from the federal post, so whosoever is giving it, when you say presidency, I don't think they are saying the president should bring the money from his pocket. I think what he's saying is that the federal government should be responsible for that because it's a federal agency. Sorry, there was an issue I missed to mention when we were talking of this, Trump and whatever issue. For 2 solid years, there are no ambassadors.
From Nigeria.
From Nigeria. So what do you expect? Is the ambassadors that are supposed to discuss these issues diplomatically before even the foreign minister will be invited? But now we don't have ambassadors. So what happens? Any country does, my friend was saying that every country has right. The same way America has right. The same way Trump has right to bully any nation in face.
We have what they call the charged affairs. The embassies are not, it's like a permanent secretary.
Those ones
sort of
don't
They're
have the powers that an ambassador has. Their powers are limited.
Very true, very true. There's another story here. Plateau killing, Governor Mufwang inaugurates 150 agro rangers. So here comes the agro rangers.
We have forest rangers
Finally.
now. We have agro rangers. I think it makes it
Power Rangers. Oh my God.
I think it's the COS in one of the papers this morning that said it is time for ranching. And we've said this time without number, that these open grazing will have to be a thing of the past. I recall that during the time of Buhari, when he told us that we should not call herdsmen Fulani herdsmen, and I asked the question if there are Igbo herdsmen or Yoruba herdsmen. You see, we know where the herdsmen are coming from. That same period, they replicated what they were doing in Nigeria in Ghana. And the Ghanaian president said, if you see any cow on the road, shoot at sight. In 2 days, they shot 100 cows. And that was how it stopped. Now, they want to shift attention now to forests, guarding the forest and what have you, so that we take off these bandits. Now, we have to start from the basics. That's the nexus. Because these people, with their cows, will still go inside those places. So the first thing that would have been done was to ensure that this ranching has taken off. And once it takes off, now you can be able to isolate those of them that are using ranching to do kidnapping and what have you. So the work of these rangers would have been reduced.
Using herding as a cover for heinous crimes.
Right. Okay. The next story right beside that one says 210 street beggars arrested in FCT over criminal activities. Now, if you look at what the numbers are saying, we're seeing here that the 210 beggars comprise of 80 men, 58 women, and 72 children, and they've been camped at a rehabilitation center in Buhari. The scavengers, One Chance Syndicate, and other criminals who were also apprehended have been handed over to the police. So the Acting Director of Social Welfare, Social Department Secretariat of FCTA, Mrs. Gloria Onwuka, disclosed that some individuals imported the children from Kano, Katsina, and other states into Abuja to beg and hand over the proceeds to them. She also disclosed that after being profiled, the children would be deported back to where they came from.
Thank God that this is happening at the federal capital, because right now nobody will accuse any state of deporting citizens from their states. Because this has been a recurring decimal. Recall, it has happened in Lagos, it has happened in Anambra and 1 or 2 other states. You see, beggars are not supposed to be on the streets at the federal capital of any country. In same countries, these people are kept way off the roads. Not when people are coming maybe to visit Nigeria, they'll be greeted with beggars, running after them, asking for alms. I think in this 21st century, we should, as much as possible, make sure that such things don't happen any longer.
Don't you think we have beggars as a result of the economic situation, the failure of past governance, and unemployment, rising unemployment level? I don't think beggars are happy to go outside and be begging. And we also I think most times we honestly just feel downtrodden people in society. I was listening to the language Olive, the newspaper, was using, that they are criminals, miscreants, one chance. Did you conduct any investigation? It's easy to label them and paint all of them with
just using one brush.
Yeah. Exactly. Can I say it this way? No matter how rich a country is, the word of God equally says that the poor will always remain with us.
Absolutely.
So, people,
so you always have beggars.
Yeah, you will always have them.
But the
people
influx of these beggars, they seem to be too much.
There are no beggars in Saudi Arabia.
Some of them, they are not beggars in Saudi Arabia, even in Gaddafi's Libya. In Gaddafi's Libya, not this Libya now.
Yes.
Because government take care of those people. No, when government takes care of your need, what's the need to go and beg? But in Nigeria, the government, they are only interested in the next election. They are not interested in the citizens. So what do you expect? When people cannot feed, even in Lagos here, you'll be shocked that when you walk out of the streets, maybe when you want to take public transport, you see somebody coming to you, well-dressed lady or gentleman.
Excuse me.
Corporate begging.
Excuse me.
Real corporate begging.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Can you spare, and they will mention the amount. Can you spare 500 for my transport? No, it happens.
And when you offer to pay the transport, they say no.
No, they want the cash.
When you say no, let me pay, say come on, get out.
And then you see him eating egg roll.
When they collect it from you, even in churches, they do it in churches. So they collect it from you and go to collect from another person too.
Yes.
Nobody has
If I'm
ever
Sunday,
begged
I'll call you now.
Nobody has ever begged money on the road on this set.
You?
No.
No.
They have.
No, I'm asking that. So has nobody on this set ever asked for money before?
Why I'll reach out.
I'll reach out. If I'm stranded, I mean, there's a way I can.
There's nothing like corporate, like please.
No,
and then there's a level to this corporate begging.
Excuse
you
me.
need to complete. Can I have? So you won't feel his free
Yes.
begging. Can I have 300 just to complete?
For my Let me tell you.
One day I will tell like
if you say you are stranded now, you will not be telling the whole truth. You are telling us half truth. Because with your phone,
no,
you
I'm
can
talking of
always
like back in the day when there was
no, back in the days.
That's what I'm asking. What about recent
those days?
can call
See, those days. Let me share an experience. I was working in a finance company in 1991, 92. Yeah. And I was given a check to go and cash my salary. So I went to VI, and my way back, I said, well, since I have this check, let me cash the money. But I got to the bank, and one issue or the other, the check could not be cashed. Okay, the MD made a mistake. He didn't open the check.
Okay, yeah. The signing and opening of...
That was what happened. And I didn't know. Sure. I didn't know because he normally gives us open check so that if we like, we'll pay it, and if we like, we'll cash it. So on this particular occasion, I think he forgot to open the check. And I didn't look at it. I just gave it over the counter, and they looked at it. They said, no, this is, am I paying in the check? I said, no, I want to cash it. He said, no, the check is not opened. That was when it dawned on me that the check was not open. And the money I had was the one that would take me to VI because I had the intention that I would collect cash and come back.
Yeah.
So what I did was simple. I went to the bus terminal. I met the bus driver, and I showed him the check. I explained to him what happened. He said, okay, I should enter. That he would tell the conductor. That was how
it's different from saying, it's a better approach than saying, excuse me. But as we wrap up the show, the weekend is here.
Yeah.
I don't know what your plans are. So maybe we need to see you after the show.
Are you going to vote?
Okay.
We have elections tomorrow in Lagos, local government elections.
Yes.
That reminds me. Now, why is it that each time we have election in this country, we shut down the country
That's a big,
or shut down the state?
Because
now, tomorrow, they are shutting down this state from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m.
They said it's being reviewed,
So business is being shut down completely. Everybody is being...
I mean, they will argue for right reasons.
House arrest.
The last time we had elections...
12 hours. You're on house arrest for 12 hours.
But, Prof, won't you agree that it's for good reason?
No.
The last time we had local government elections in Lagos, the voter apathy, the number of people that came out to vote were 11% of registered voters. That's
it's going to be worse tomorrow if you don't take time.
So they've adjusted the time.
Going to wedding and...
It's from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. now.
Okay.
Even at
Not
that.
3 a.m., 6
Even,
a.m.
even at that.
That will concern you guys like
you
Benga
are
that
on
will
house
go to club.
arrest.
I'm not going to
For
club.
how many hours?
Please, I'm not going to club. I'm going to disco. It's different.
That's how they know
Discotheque.
which year they gave birth to you.
Yeah.
It's your
Discotheque
Igbo
is
generation
different
that
from
plays
club.
disco.
It's an
And on that note,
Okay,
we
okay.
end
Okay.
Breakfast
Okay.
Central. It's been a fruitful conversation right from the morning up until now. I want to say thank you, Mr. Nnah, for being here. Thank
Professor
you, Professor.
Nnah.
Professor.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much. Thank you. Thank you, Benga, for being
Thank you,
here as
Prof.
well. It's
And
been nice doing
Olive,
this.
get well
with
soon.
you.
I hope to see you at the discotheque.
Uh,
Even if
this
I
night.
get well soon, it's not for disco.
You're not feeling good?
I'm not to.
You need to. Though it's the weather. They warned us
Yes.
that July, August, the weather is going to be too cold.
But if I
She's under the weather.
there's the kind of alert I will receive now.
Okay.
I'm well.
to ginger you.
Nigerians don't say I'm
Okay.
not well. You say I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm strong. She's strong.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Yeah,
religious
number
one.
of our team, amazing, Benny. Please, everyone get well soon.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you on
Yes.
Monday.
And
Bye,
happy
guys.
birthday to
Tunde Raji.
Tunde Raji.
Oh my God.
Yeah.